What's up, my dear friends? We just got Rinne's abilities review, and surprisingly, she is a fire converter. I did not expect this, but a lot of people actually said she's fire. I guess I was wrong. So she is actually a Tau converter as opposed to the teleport variant of converters. She has the stats that converter has: 2600 attack. It's definitely low, but on the converter side, they're all low anyway. The defense and health is also pretty low, but again, converter are known for having low stat. I'm not even gonna argue about that anymore. But what really surprised me is her ability, the ritual purification. Summon a barrier that covers two surrounding cluster around self for 2 rounds. Upon summoning or when the rounds end. Why is it using or? It should be using end, but okay. Upon summoning or when the round ends, convert 3 random non-red tiles within the barrier to red and purify all red tiles within range. When surrounded by the barrier, Rinne's defense is increased by 50%, while other fire aurorian teammates' defense is increased by 10%. That's a lot of stuff in one active skill alone. And this is actually very insane if you think about it. So she has 3 cooldown and preemptive strike. I assume the preemptive strike is probably the breakthrough tree, and she will have a 3 cooldown on the base. And on the maximum breakthrough, probably the defense buff, because that seems pretty random. So basically what happened is, when you use her abilities, she will convert 3 non-red tiles randomly in a 2 surrounding cluster around you to red. And then at the end of the round, she will convert 3 more, and the next round, at the end of the round, she will convert 3 more. So she will convert a total of 9 tiles per active skill use. That is quite a lot. I mean, if you look at the 4 tile converters, they can only convert 4 tiles or 5 if you have maximum breakthrough per 2 turns. So even if you maximize their tile output, you can only get a total of 27 tiles in 15 rounds. And for Rinne here, she can get up to 36 tiles just because she convert a lot of tiles. But the thing is, she doesn't really how can I say it? She doesn't really give you 9 tiles at the same time, so you have to wait. It's a bit worse when you want to burst the enemy team down, but over time you will get a lot more tiles. It's definitely a unique take to it. And another thing she has is Purify, and Purify is only seen on Narrow right now. What Purify does is she can remove the spike pest tiles, the burn tiles, the runes, and all these pesky little annoying tiles that just meant to sabotage you. She can remove it and still maintain the color. So Reset also kind of does Purify, like Smoky, you can also does that. But Purify retain the tile color so that maybe even though you're a red color team, you still want to use that yellow tile because maybe it can give you Aurora time or whatever, or maybe you can escape. So Purify is a little bit better than Reset in my opinion, because you can retain the tiles and you also generate extra tiles. Pretty interesting. So since the Purify will activate 3 times, it's a lot better to remove the boss's mechanic that can constantly break the tiles or locking the tiles. She is very strong over there, and not only that, she can also increase the defense of your team when you are inside this barrier. So she can also make your team very tanky with this ability. All in all, very strong abilities, and definitely have some use for her. If you get her, congrats. I don't think you'll regret. She is definitely very strong. And let's look at her chain combo, Strike Zone. So she has a sniper chain, 3, 8, and 13, and she can do 150% damage to all enemies. And the more chain you get, only the bigger range you get. This one is fine. The damage multiplier is not a lot, but she is a converter. Damage is not really what she wants to do anyway. Let's look at her equipment. Lead Dancer. When Rinne's position changed from teammate to captain during the battle, she recovered health equal to 200% of her current defense. So this synergizes with her active skill as well. Very nice. If her health is full after trigger, the nearest blue tile will be converted to red. Trigger up to 1 time per round. And captain changes for the battle +1. So another mechanic where you fiddle around with the position changing, and this time is changing to the captain. When Rinne changed positions from whatever to captain, she will gain 200% health, which is not a lot. It's okay, because defense is pretty low. It's only 1000, and 200%, yeah, it's like 1 chain combo of Feather Shy, something like that. It's even lower than that. And if her health is full after trigger, so you don't have to have full health when you do this. as long as your health is full, after the effect, you still can get the extra red tiles. And she only convert blue to red. Interesting. So she can convert really high amount of tiles if you play her right, since the active skill already convert 9 tiles, well, in total. And the equipment skill can also get you some tiles if you play her right. But of course, since the captain swap is only 3, if you have Rinne, you can get 4. It's not like you can use this a lot anyway, but definitely a very interesting equipment. So yeah, I think most people will have realized that she will have some synergy with Hayano, because Hayano can help you swap teammates. She will swap her position with another teammate in her team, but I actually don't really think there's a lot of synergy because she can swap herself with the team leader, but she cannot make Rinne become the captain, if that makes sense. So it's okay. The synergy is not huge, and because Hayano is a water unit and Rinne is a fire converter, usually when you want to put a lot of converter in your team, you want to play mono team, realistically. I don't think they have too huge of a synergy, to be fair. I think Rinne is a very fantastic unit for mono fire team, and especially when you need the purification, because this is probably her strongest suit. Not really a conversion, but the purification. Currently, there's no unit that can purify every single round like Rinne does. So Rinne can literally just using one ability and purify 3 times. So when you use the abilities and when the rounds end, and on the second round when the rounds end again. This can basically mean the bosses that break tiles or locking the tiles is pretty much irrelevant now if you have Rinne. Very, very strong. So yeah, let me know what you think about Rinne. Would you summon for her? I personally really like her, but my fire team is kind of stacked right now. I'm not too sure if I need her, but I would probably give her a try for like 10 pulls, see if I get her. She is definitely a very nice to have character because of the purification. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.